Hello and welcome to Rainy Day Crafting. Okay, another card in another day for the challenge. Getting through them quite lovely. I'm going to do what I perceive as a fairly easy shaker card. Okay, so what I've already done, prepared earlier, I've printed out on a piece of card, Happy Christmas. Just, it's a big sort of chunky stamp, easy to do, because although I want this to be a shaker card, I often say this, I know less is more. So see what you think. So I've already printed that so it's nice and dry. I didn't bother to put the embossing powder on and heat seal it, because I thought, well, there's going to be lots of other things sort of in front of this anyway. So that's what I've done. Then, just to make it a little bit less boring, maybe, I'm going to just literally use, see what I'm doing, just to make it look, so it's giving a bit of an edge. Okay, just round the edge to make it look okay. But you could do this with felt tips, just to give it a little bit more colour. Right, so then I've got a piece of, I can't sit on it, a piece of acetate. So what I'm going to be doing is cutting this, sorry, it's very hard for you to see, cutting this just a bit bigger than what we want. You know, one of these cutters that cuts through it like butter. It's wonderful. So so what the plan is, I'm trying to think what I can put on here now, because I want to raise that up a little bit. Although it's Christmassy, I don't know if I've got anything. Maybe I'm gonna just want to raise this up a little bit on the corners. I don't know if they actually stick together. You know, I've got a couple that side. I think what I'm going to do, that will make, you can obviously admit this bit, but I probably, if I'd have thought about it, I'd have cut a few more and raised it up a bit. It's okay, because the card this is going to be going on is only going to be on this size. Okay, so now for the acetate. If you've got sticky back tape and things like that, great. If you haven't, that's not a problem either. I reckon you could literally use this with sellotape, just to make sure it's nice and clean. Actually, it's worth going over probably any time, because this acetate could have been around for a while. This is a little bag that's got corn flour, made it myself. I do it both sides, so then things shouldn't stick. Keep that in a little clicky container. So this is now going to be quite hard for you to see what I'm doing, but this is what I perceive, see this powder there, as quite an easy card. So because we're going to literally be putting acetate around this, obviously you want to seal it, because you don't want it to be I just want to show size. I just want to show where I'm going on that. I know you can't see this, but you'll be making this card whatever size you want, okay? So that's there. Just, you know, it's even hard for me to see, and I've got it in front of me. Basically, we're making a little pocket for this to sit in. All right, so if that was then like, I obviously don't want it bigger than my card. Yep, that's actually, just by luck, actually, that's about right. So I've been crafting a while. So, while I'm doing that, I think it's going to actually have to be in those lines a bit more, because it isn't going to fold properly. And turn it round the other way. There's the line. Like I say, if you haven't got a scoring board, you might just be able to literally put it round a ruler and give it a good sort of crease so it folds quite well, because we want this to be able to go over your piece of card without causing any. Like I say, the card, I'm doing this today on the pretext that potentially you'll have the things in your house to be able to do yourself. All right. So okay. So with that, just because I'm trying to do this with things you've got in your house, you could literally hold this down with sellotape, okay? The trick is getting it to seal properly, because you don't want it to be, not sure if that's sealed there, lovely, and I'm going to do this a bit more. But you've got to remember to leave enough space, because you'll be having your sprinklies in there too. So I feel this is an easy, if you want to have a little go with a bit of luck, you've got things at home. So you've already got like a little pocket, okay? Then the trick with this is doing this in such a way that it tidies it up. But remember, it's got to be sealed. Yeah, so I'm just cutting that down. That side. And then I won't cut right into the end, but I'll cut a piece off each side. You know, a bit like when you do a parcel. And pop that across there. So it should be lovely and sealed. So it's literally like doing a parcel. But making sure you have totally, whoops, sealed this. Like I say, I could be using double-sided tape I could put on there, because then can you see it? And it's all ready. Yeah. Can you see where we're going with this? This is quite a easy card. So I've got gold in there. Now, I've got some silver and I've got some red. But I think for easiness, I'll have some red. These are some that I've had for... Oops. Obviously want enough. Oops, I'm probably now going to have these around my office forever. See, arguably that could be too much. Oh, I should clear them all up later. Happy Christmas, one and all. Maybe a few more. Let's just hold it, because you want it to be able to... Woo! See, now they all fell out. You don't want to be mean with them. Oh, like that. So you've got a nice seal there. I suppose it doesn't matter if it goes the other side, but they're obviously going to then be stuck to the card. Right, so I reckon that's about enough. So remember, the trick again is do it a little bit, cutting it down. Ouch, I just stabbed myself with my scissors. Each side. Doesn't matter if it ended up not being even, because, but the trick more than anything is to make sure none of it's going to escape. I'm planning to do a different shaker card later on, but there we go. Look at that. Now I put them hearts on there because I wanted to sort of be able to hold that up. But quite an easy peasy, and with a bit of luck you can still see the Happy Christmas on there too. So then all we're going to be doing, this is where I would have some double-sided tape on the back here. I'm going to show you a much more intricate shaker card later on in my challenges, my plan on my list. But this is one that's a quite quick. To be fair, I was a bit time limited to doing this one. So, but you could all have a go at this like today, because probably everything around here you've already got. Right, card, how you're going to open it. Position, just nice and central. You could put some glue in it in between as well. There we have, and you see, a very, very easy shaker card. And fingers crossed, nothing is going to fall out. Because there's nothing worse, is there? Opening a card and then all the bits and pieces fall off the card or something. Anyway, this is literally a nice, easy way to make one. Okay? So, till tomorrow, thank you very much.